Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming in again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, will and shall rest therein. I would like to just say a little something that has to do with no needing crying now. The warning has been set before thee. He has warned us time and time and time and time. And we keep turning our face from truth, our ear from hearing. We take heed not to those that he sent, because we're so busy wanting to be heard. We don't want to be listeners. And we're missing out on what is spirit and what is truth. What is spirit and what is the truth of the matter of what actually is taking place? Well, I'm going to give you the warning. So no need in crying, continuing, crying and moping and trying to come to some type of understanding within your flesh or some type of reasoning of why things are happening the way that is happening and why they are doing what they are doing in this day. We're speaking in this day. We're speaking in this day. These are the days in which the prophets of yesterday has spoken about. These are the days in which Yeshua HaMashiach has spoken about. These are the days in which the biblical word has spoken about. And we yet keep turning a deaf ear and a blind eye. But we're wondering still, yet this day, what is going on? Yes, it's a lot of things that's going on and actually taking place. It's because for so long, there have been many that have led the multitude, large church, mega churches, small churches, uh, uh, temples, gatherings, camps, uh, what would I say? All type of groups has been gathering and gathering and gathering and gathering, and ain't none of them gathered to spirit and truth. They can't even tell you what is going on. So they go right back to me is what I'm beholding. They go back right back to a bunch of vomit to try to make some sense of what's actually taking place. And Yah said he the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. And what did he do yesterday? He sent his to speak a right now word. Do they hear? Nah, they don't have time to hear. They so busy talking. They're not listening. And the type of listening they need to be listening to is those who's walking in spirit and truth. But they're not listening to them. They're listening to the world. The one of the number one thing that people that seems so innocent, but yet it is one of the keys to show that their plan is successful. And that's when they muzzled our mouths. If they can get the people to all do what they say as far as muzzling your mouth, their whole plan is going to pan out. We can't fight up against it, y'all. It's going to come to pass. And because we fail to teach the people, to warn the people in righteousness, and teach the people in righteousness. See, righteousness is not who you are. It's who Yah is. So a lot of people who call themselves pastors and teachers, they have taught people out of their own flesh. They didn't teach them how to hook on to the Most High Yah, or how to go after knocking at that door, seeking so they can find, asking so they can receive. They never taught those good things. They're pretty much taught them out of their own flesh wisdom, because their flesh got wisdom. Their flesh got knowledge. Their flesh got understanding. And that is what they've been teaching after. Teaching people from all of their flesh. Now the people walking around here trying to understand what is going on, and it's too late. They muzzled your mouth, and they knew that if we can get them back into this thing, like we did the first time, we got them. They got you. Sister Deborah and several other have been on this platform telling the people that this is the mark. The sad thing about it, those who say that they are the children, they are the only one that has went out, and the majority, a great number of those who say that they are the children, has been received. Okay, that mark. I'm gonna stop trying to sugarcoat it to try to make everybody feel good, because you ain't feel. If you think this is what's going on, is what you want to feel, and this want to make you feel good, you go right ahead. But Sister Deborah ain't gonna give you no feel good pill. Okay, so the mark, I'm going to call it for what it is. Those who have received the mark in a nation of people, let's use the tribe of Judah. There is more than 75 to 80% of the tribe of Judah that has accepted. The tribe of Judah never stood up for anything. Jacob spoke of it before he died, that they're not going to stand up. They're not going to do what's right. See, what people don't do is they want to teach this thing, but no man, no woman is willing to teach this thing in spirit and truth. And truth be told, Jacob told you, the tribe of Judah won't get up. His hand will be always constantly in the neck of his oppressor. Is that good? No, it's not. Not if Yah is putting you in the midst of the oppressor. So you see what I'm saying? A lot of us will look at that and say, oh, when we had our hands in the neck. But baby, let me tell you, that's what makes it hard for you. Because Yah said we have to accept his judgment. And accepting his judgment means you understand what took place. 99.9 of Negroes that are the tribe of Judah do not understand why they over here. It's everybody else's fault why they over here. And they don't even see the mighty right hand of the Father. They don't even know who his right hand is. But they have awakened. And they're the children. But yet, dry bones, dead bones. You see? You know, I hear people who consider themselves pastors and teachers and leaders trying to, and they're doing a good job with speaking to people to get people to believe that there's things going on that's really wicked and evil. They're doing a good job with making people think the way they think. But the way they think is wicked and evil. Because everything that was is. Everything that is was. Everything that shall be has already been. Come on with something else. He's already sent his prophets and his prophetess to give you a right now word of what actually happened. But you don't have the ear to hear, nor the sense to shut up long enough so that you can hear. All these things that was happening, you go and you make videos over and over and over, letting people know this is the mark, this is the mark, this is the mark. And every word that they're speaking now turns it back to the mark of the beast. It takes every video, everything everybody's talking about that's saying, oh, what they doing here. They doing this to the military. They doing this here to us on YouTube. They doing this to the workers of the healthcare system. They doing this to the post office, the government job. They do. Wait, hold up. What did he say? So clear that a 5-year-old can read it in here. That the mark would cause young and old, rich or poor, free and bond, Is that not what is taking place? They never wanted to take heat, and they still don't to this day, because everyone wants to be the one that being heard. That's where the main problem is at. Those that are not appointed nor anointed to be the right now speakers for the Most High Yah, they have claimed positions and have brought themselves to a level to they just feel that they are the one. They are the one that's going to give you what you need to know and understand. And they don't understand. They so lost without a cause. They don't know if they're going or coming. They just going to and fro, feeding people from their flesh. You know, they ain't giving no people no spirit and truth because they don't have any, because y'all didn't give it to them. That's not their calling. That's not their purpose. This that is going on is the mark. Okay? It's a 3-stage thing. See, when they didn't understand that the beast has 3 stages. He has the mark, he has the 666, and he's going to have the chip. You see? In the right hand. Those are the 3 stages. Okay? And it all has to first come through fear and control. That mark is coming through fear and control. And you have pastors, Moors, seers, evangelists, prophets, prophetess, teachers, priests, everybody cursing out the prophets and the prophetess and what they're saying. And now still sitting around trying to figure out, they doing this, they doing this, they doing this, they doing it. Wait a minute, hold up. Have you not read? And then he sent his to really expound on it, to let you know what it is. And everybody walking around here like, oh, it ain't the mark. It ain't the mark. What is it? What is it? What is this thing that the beast is going to cause? Young and old, rich and poor, free and bond. What is this he's going to cause to come up on them? The mark. And during this winter, that's where it's going to come into a form before the winter, but right at the end of this year, starting up the next year, they're working in the dividing the two. Okay? Meaning people are going to receive something to make them feel even proud of accepting the mark. See? And at that moment is where you're going to see those who have not received run in to get the mark. Because at that moment, it's going to be, and it's moving really fast, it's going to be to the point where you're not going to be able to do anything without it. And they are swinging it all now before January. They ain't bringing in next year without full power and control. They're not coming in next year without it. And when they come in the year 2022, they're coming in diving. Full force. Full force. Why is this now, Deborah? No, Yah has warned the people. I sit back and I think about how many times I've been on live. You can be on live and you can be talking, but you can't get the minds of the people to really listen. Stay focused on what is being said, because it is the pure, adulterated word out of the mouth of Yah to those he have elected to speak. They don't get that. They don't get it. And I see that even in going live. So as I viewed other people going live, I realized the people were doing something totally different in their messages that has to do with going live. They're covering a lot. They're covering a lot of things that tampers with the flesh of the people. They screw their heads up to be focused on things that doesn't matter, things that's vain and vats, and the people loves it. They eats it up to where people don't understand. Not only was the wicked created for the days of evil, there are those that were created as well to be naive, easily to deceive, easily to manipulate and control. Because when you're driving and you see people with their mask on their face in their car, mentally they're gone here, y'all. They are gone right here. I know what you might say. Well, no, Deborah, they ain't gone. They just forgot to take their mask, or they just wearing it. No, 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 no. When people bow down and worship, and see what this is the problem that many are refusing to accept, and because they're refusing to accept, they ain't seen they ain't seen the consequences that's gonna fall on them. Because what is happening is no one sees the power and the fear that has been put on people. No one sees how they are worshiping the beast. They're worshiping him as I speak. All of this mass, all of this control, all of this fear is a form that have gotten the people to worship them. And it's going to be greater by the end of this year. There are people who's leaving their jobs, resigning. People are quitting. People are saying that's enough. I'm not going to get this. What I do not understand, if you think for 1 minute that the way they planned this was to be concerned because you're in the military and you're not going to bow down to the beast, oh, you're not. That's fine. We don't have a problem. You in the healthcare system and you ain't going to bow down to the beast? What? Oh, no problem. You work for the government and you ain't going to bow down to the beast? Oh, wait a minute. That's fine. You got restaurants and business and this whole United snakes of America. Eyes cannot see that is part of the plan and is running 100% excellent. They want you to quit your job. They want you to leave your job. So when you thinking you hurting them or you making a statement because you're not going to get the B, that's not it. You're bowing down to the beast and don't even know it. Because the whole idea is this country has already fallen. It's not even owned by the people nor this country. So it's already fallen. Right now, they got to get everything else to cave in. How can you get it to cave? Like they had the farmers and bought them out and had them destroy their crops and their cattle. So what? Truck drivers. So what? We ain't got no truck drivers. Because what has happened is we that are walking around here with our eyes tight, saying, good old America, good old America, this is my land. And everybody's following behind them. Don't even understand. You don't have no America. You don't have no good old. It's over. It's finished. No more, you guys. What they're about to do is cause everything to cave in. So it is a blessing for them that you quit your job. It's a part of the plan. So you still bowing down to the beast one way or another. They're gonna get you one way or another. They're gonna find out and they're gonna get you. While you all still playing this worldly, fleshly game and don't even see what is set before you. You can't get out of it because you got too skin deep in it. You okayed everything they did, everything this country did. You made sure you held a flag to it. You okayed it. You bowed down to it. You worship everything this country did. And everything they have done has always been wicked and evil. And you, the people, have bowed down to it and honored it. And now they finna show you really what you was worth from the beginning. You was founded on the blood, killing and murdering and stealing, and that's how you're going to end up. What they're trying to do is bring a war in between this country. They're going to start all of that the end of this year to the beginning, where nations, they got to bring different nation of people warring against each other. Even those, if you start to war against your own, it's like the house of Israel, they already, the tribe of Judah is already warring against each other. And they can't even see it. And they say they're awakened. They're the children. They out there warring. They the first one. Warring against each other. Fighting and killing one another. And, and not one so-called king or ruler teach it nor preach it. It's too late. People are bowing down and already worshiping the beast. And they so addicted to it, they can't even get out of it. When the beast came back this pretty much like a third round, talking about masks, instant people fell into it. Every company on the United Snakes land is supporting the beast. They already decide to bow down. It's called bowing down. See, everybody looking for or you to bow down, see the beast, and you go bowing down. No. Because you don't listen to the prophets nor the prophetess, you'll be lost without a cause in trying to understand what is actually taking place. People who receive the mark, that's bowing down. People who stand and support everything the beast is doing, that's worshiping the beast. People who everything, so you see how all these counties and these senators, these Republicans, these Democrats are worshiping the beast. None would look at it and see that it is a form of worshiping. When you for it and you agree with it and you apply by it, and then make sure everybody else is applying by the standards of the beast, that's called worshiping. And there's ignorant people who think they so learned in the biblical. Oh, they know it back to front to back. They've been teaching on this devil platform and getting the praise and the glory and honor, and too ignorant to understand that is a form of worship. Receiving that is a form of worship. The beast knows it's a form of worship. That's why he feels so fulfilled, because he calls everyone again, put the mask. You're worshiping his ways, his orders. You're worshiping everything he tell you to do. Get the shot. He don't even have to tell you what's in it. He don't even have to tell you that it's deadly. He don't have to tell you anything. Get this, do this, do this. People run around here quitting their jobs, thinking that, oh, if I quit my job, I ain't gonna take this. You know what? The beast already know. He said they'll be back to worship me. Because they don't even understand quitting your job was a form of worshiping the beast. Isn't that sad? Because you worship his plan. His plan is to bring this country all the way down to the ground. Why? Because the beast walk in the prophecy of Yah. The beast cannot profane or dishonor or disrespect the creator. I know we do it 24/24 and think we all that answer. Use these devil platforms to get praise for our own flesh. Use these platforms to get honor and lift it up on these devil platforms for our own flesh. But what the beast does is he has respect. He has honor for the Most High's prophecy and who the Most High is. He bows down to him. You see? And that's why I say People are ignorant. They don't get it. When you begin to do everything according to the what the system, which is the beast, says, you are bowing down and worshiping the plan, the ways, the order, the control of the beast. And they sitting around thinking, oh, I ain't getting a shot. I ain't gonna worship. You worship him when you quit your job. So you worship him when you resign. You worship him already because you went into his plan. His plan is to cause all these business to fall. Because when you start to see all the large companies downsizing and falling low, closing up, you know, getting rid of staff, you know that the country has fallen. Walmart is already starting their process of getting rid of people by great numbers. Great numbers. And people are not even paying attention to it. That's why they want to hire these young people in Walmart. Because they know they can just say, hey, out. That's how easy it is. So if we hire all the ones that's in to where when we get ready to say out, they out, and we take these stores and do close them out and get them ready for what we already prepared to get them ready for. So believe it or not, whether you have received the mark or not, you are already bowing down to the beast and worshiping him. So the part that bothers me is for people to fight up against and buckle up against this being the mark. How sick could you be to defend the beast mark? I wouldn't defend it. If I didn't agree with it or I didn't think it, I wouldn't be up here defending them. No. But 99.9 defend them. Oh, we don't think this is the mark. This ain't it. How can it not be? After all that has taken place and taking place now, for it not to be. What are you waiting for? What are you looking for? You don't see the power and the control? You don't see the worship? You don't see them idling and worshiping and bowing down to the beast? You see it not, because you know not. It's such a heavy denial in the earth today, real heavy. Now it's not they deny evil and wicked. They denying all of that, and that's how it's going to come in, and people going to lose it. They're already losing it. They know that a lot of people who have received the mark are already going after others' lives. They know that crime has risen at a great number and nobody's caring and talking about it. You hear people rather get their likes and their subscribers than to bring out spirit and truth, than to open up the door and let the sun shine in. Oh, they ain't gonna do that because they're busy worshiping the beast. So say, for instance, Sister Deborah, do not take the mark. Whether you take it or not, people are still worshiping the beast. They worshiping his plan. You know why I say that? Say, for instance, if I didn't take the mark and I resigned from my job because I didn't want to take the mark. The beast ain't worried about that. You following my plan. That was my plan. I need to get these companies falling. I got to get these companies closed. I got to get everything in my control. I got to get these Walmarts closed, all these stores closed. I got to get these healthcare centers closed. I got to get everything closed so all the high power will be on me and in me to control everything. And I sit back and watch the ignorance of the learned people on this face of this earth, especially the United States. I sit back and watch the stupidity and ignorance, the mindset of everybody who's bowing down to the beast. Everybody's worshiping the beast and they can't even see it. They can't even discern that's what they're doing. Even when they resign, they're worshiping the beast. Even when they get out of the military, they still worshiping the beast because they partaking in his plan. They are partaking in his plan. Companies gonna close down just like the beast won't. Military gonna shut down just like the beast won't. This is what the beast won't. Everything can go into his one world power. It can't go into that if everybody's still working their jobs and the company own this and the company. He got to bring the companies down and everybody worshiping the ways of the beast so that everything can come into play. I sit back and I kind of feel sad because you hear firefighters resigning and quitting. You hear policemen quitting, and everybody thinking they're hurting their country. No, bro. No, sister. You're still worshiping the beast. Why? And why must this be like this, Deborah? It's because the Creator had a plan. He let us do everything our way. He even let us think, Father Yah, praise your mighty name. He let us think that wisdom and knowledge and understanding is in our flesh. And that's what got us where we at today. Not seeing things in the spirit realm of what has been prophesied. So wait a minute now, Sister Deborah. How is it the beast respects his prophecy? Because he has to follow his order. And the beast respects it because he knows that the Most High Yah has given him the door to do these things. So he has respect for the one that has opened the doors for him to do the things that he's going to do, because he already know where he's headed. But to get the opportunity to ruin everybody else and get them to go the same place I'm going, this is in the beast mindset. I'm going to put it to the pedal to the metal, to the pedal to the metal. He gonna play it for all it's worth. And in this country, United Snakes, I think United Snakes is like unto the Hebrew Israelites. I think they are the unintelligentest people on the face of the earth. You would have to be the most unintelligent people on the face of the earth. And United Snakes is right behind them. They would have to be. It would have to be. Because for a people, a tribe of people, to be called by his name and know not nothing regarding him outside what we learn in our flesh, don't have no respect for him, no honor, no praise, no nothing. And we think because we said we praise, we think because we said we honor, that's all it takes. Baby, this thing is spirit and truth. And everybody that's walking in what they walking in their flesh. And that's why this place is going down. And many are going down with it who think that they are separate. See, this country has already fallen. It been failed. And I've been saying that for many years. What is actually happening now is it's the time. It is that day that the wicked for the days of evil take full power over it. Okay? And they have done that successfully and continuing. So right now, whether the people know it or not, when you see the military threats, if you don't do it, we putting you out. The jobs, fire if they don't get it. If that is not the mark, then you've been marked without being marked. And that's the worstest mark, because you're marked in your spiritual mind without even getting the bed, the show. When he done won you over and got you worshiping him head to toe, praise the mighty God that his word, his prophecy in his word is being fulfilled. I praise him and I honor him. And you know what? This might sound horrible in the fleshly ears,